Hello and welcome. Oh, we got Red Koi here. Alternate comics. Here's the comic that or the copy that just came in the mail. I got the one I got from my comic book store in a bag somewhere. I thought I did. I was just showing this on stream. Where did it run to? Oh my gosh. I've lost the book. It's fled. Oh, no, wait. I'm a derp. See, this is the problem when you get multiple copies and you want to show them off. You forget which copy is which. Hold on. This is hidden underneath all of this Exilium swag. I backed that Kickstarter and I got original self-published versions. Anyway, Red Koi. Yeah, here's the other copy. Thus proving, just in case there was any doubt, that I really do get two copies of every alternate book. We'll just... Oh, hey, Psycho Code decided to tag along. Set these aside over here because, I'm not going to look at these right now. Or, not going to look at Psycho Code right now, I mean. So, Red Koi. What's it about? What's it about? It is about a samurai chick. In, it's not really Japan. It's like fantasy Japan. If that makes any sense. It's kind of like a Miyazaki movie where you just accept that, yes, there are animal people in Japan. Like, that's the premise that we're starting with. That's where we're going. That's the haps. That's the haps. And you're like, okay, Elizibar, what's that mean? Well, look at Wes Loker, man. His name is on everything. I think he like letters every alternate book. It sure seems like it. So she's coming home. She's coming home. And I like everything in this book, art-wise, except for her. Specifically, not even her body, it's her face. I like literally everything else. The ferryman looks cool. That boat looks pretty dope. That little gatehouse looks pretty cool. But her face, it never, no matter how many panels I look at, ever really seems all that appealing. There's gosh, I want to show that page, but I can't. Okay, hold on. We can show this page. Just need to cover part of the page up. What's a good thing to cover it up with? How about an original Peter Simeti art card or three? That seems like a good way to cover up something that's a little bit on the risque side. She comes home and there's this little frog dude servant, and the little frog dude servant, explains that all the other servants or all the warriors are dead. Most of the servants are gone. It's just him and a few other staff. She comes in to relax, have a bite to eat, all that kind of stuff that you do, right? When you've been traveling for forever. And as she's doing that, we pick up like the backstory, where she's been, what she's been doing for 5 years, and she's been fighting in the wars, man. We get lots of great little chunks of samurai action. I'm just kind of hanging out here. I really loved this couple page spread. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much of the book, but I have to spoil a little bit to show the thing I didn't like. Like, even her face, like, I can get over that. But I got to spoil just a little bit here. Fine. And it's unfortunate that this is towards the end of the book. She's down in a pit, and where a monster is. And I'm I had a lot of trouble kind of following along at first when I was trying to read this. The panels seemed kind of out of order. I thought, well, maybe I'm supposed to read it like this. And I was like, well, am I actually supposed to read it like this? So, the entire house. I must admit, most of the samurai died bravely. Spoiler! And this kind of... It felt out of order, even though when I reread it for like the third time, it felt in order. And I don't know if that's just because it's kind of late and I was tired, or if maybe there's something funny, but... Like, I read this, I must admit, most of the samurai died bravely. The entire house, I'm afraid. Like, see, that seems to flow just as well as the other direction, and that's what had me confused. So I didn't care for that confusion. But overall, man, I like this. Uh, Look at that! Look at that! Look at that creepy giant spider thing. Oh, there's one other panel I got to show you. Gosh, I've spoiled so much of this book already. I take it back. I'm not going to show you anymore. I'm not going to show you anymore. Except for that one place in the dialogue where I had trouble figuring out which way to read it. There's nothing I object to in the writing. It's pretty good. You probably should be, well, it does say mature readers right here. You probably should be 18 or older to read this. There's a little bit of nudity. It doesn't really stand out. If you've ever seen, like, basically any Japanese movie, just randomly, somebody's going to be showing their breasts or something, right? Right? Remember when I opened this up on stream, I opened up to a page where it's kind of like full frontal, except fortunately you couldn't really see anything, you know? Let me see if I can find this to refresh my memory of if I'm correct on that. Yeah, and in hindsight, I think I need to go make sure that that stream gets marked, because knowing that that's a woman, that is definitely a little more adult than intended. Okay, so yeah, there's there's a little of that. So if that offends you, don't buy the book and complain about it. Just avoid it for that purpose. I don't find it particularly offensive. It's not being used in a titillating or like perverse manner. It's just like, hey, this is what people look like, and she's getting ready to stab somebody. You know? Cool. Check out Red Koi. It's very intriguing. It's only a 2-issue series, which is kind of surprising. Uh, so I'm kind of like, how are you going to wrap all this up in 2 issues? This issue felt jam-packed full of stuff. Even though there was like some slow decompressy parts, they were what was actually telling all the background of the story. And now that we're through all that background, the next issue has to basically be like horror and terror and madness and death, which makes it a very, very samurai kind of thing. There's a quote, I forget which samurai it was attributed to, but the quote is something like, when faced with a choice between life and death, the true samurai always chooses death. And I wish I remembered which samurai that was attributed to, but that's kind of how I feel about this. Also, that is some absolutely crazy tattoo work she's sporting, man. I don't want to know how long it took to do all of that inking. You all have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Red Koi did not let me down. For $1.50, I think this is pretty much a bargain. The atmosphere it brings out is very dark, and the coloring really reinforces that. The fact that the backgrounds of the pages are all black really helps with the, boy, this is dark and something evil is afoot kind of feeling. Y'all have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.